Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. My name is Delia. On my channel I share with you all cash stuffing videos, plan with me, budget with me, DIYs, everything along the way in my journey to being debt free. For this video I'm going to be sharing with you all a debt confession video. This is my overall debt for the year of 2023. I guess I have some good news and some bad news. I also wanted to share this video in the beginning of this month, of this year. That way we compare it to the end of this year, and I'm hoping and I'm always praying to God that someday I will be debt free. I also pray the same for you as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be filling out this form. Printed this from the Budget Mom. I'm subscribed to her email list, so I get some freebies every now and then. So I print them at home, and this is the form that I'm going to be filling out. So let me go ahead and get my numbers. First of all, I want to go over my debt for the year of 2022. By the way, I hope that you are all having a lovely, blessed day. Today here in Arizona, it's a bit rainy, some clouds here and there. It rains and then it stops again. We're getting all that winter weather that's coming in that a lot of states have been having as well. I wanted to share this page with you all because I'm going to be crossing off the debt that I already paid. Thank you, Jesus. I decided to pay off this first one here. So I'm just going to cross that off like this. My Target credit card, this is where they get me. Like I go to Target. Good thing I don't have a Target close to where I live. It's about 45 minutes to where I live. And good thing, because if I had it close, I would be spending more. And this is where the credit card companies get you, or the credit cards in the store. They tell you that you're going to get 5% off, and it sounds so good to be true, and then you're like, I'll pay it off soon, or at least this is my situation. I was just going to spend, okay, I'm going to spend $78, and I'm going to get 5% off. I don't know, I think it was like $84. Oh, I'm saving money. Yes, yes. You know what? I'll go ahead and pay with a credit card, and then that first payment or that monthly bill that I get, I'll pay it off right away. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I pay the minimum, like $40, and then I get interest, right? That's where they get me. So let's just say I got $8 off with that purchase. They will charge me in 1 or 2 months with interest if I pay late, because it's happened before where I just forget. It's not that I don't want to pay, it's just that I forget sometimes. That's where they get me. They're like, oh, now you owe us this much. Oh, we already charged you interest, and then they charge you a $35 late fee. Just be very careful. And I know I need to be better at this. Let me show you all before we move on what my debt was in the beginning of the year of 2022. I think it was, let's see, so my first debt confession video, or the first time that I shared how much I was in debt, I think it was like $33,551. It was probably more than this because I had never put my numbers together. Like I knew I owed here and there, but I had never like put all the bills. I had never put my debt in a form like this, like adding them up. Like I knew I had debt, but I really didn't know how much. So I think what the total was in the beginning of the year, I think it was 33,000. I was always afraid to put all these numbers together because I knew that the number was going to be high. I didn't want to actually see how much I owed, because it was going to bring me into like a depression or get stressed, because it's happened to me where I'm just so stressed. In the mornings, I'm just sad and I'm like, ugh, when am I going to pay this off? So it just gets to me sometimes. It's happened where I'm like, I really want to pay this off pronto, ASAP, but then you have to work, right, and wait to get paid to start making these payments. But I mean, we're getting there slowly but surely. Now, the next one is the Victoria's Secret credit card. I also paid this off. Yay! I decided to pay those two in full. That way I wouldn't owe anymore, because these have a high interest. And also, if I forget to make that payment, as I said, if I ever do forget, I'm in big trouble. Those $35, it's a lot of money. I could have bought something else with that. So another payment that I decided to pay, and I know it says 0 interest. The reason why I decided to pay this is for 2 reasons. The first one was because pretty soon we're gonna start paying interest on this credit card. It's 0 interest for a year, but it's getting close to that month where we're gonna start paying interest on it. So I was just really worried that they were going to charge us a whole bunch of interest. So I decided to pay this one off, or my husband and I decided to pay this one off. Yay, thank you, Jesus. So I have some good news and some bad news for you all. I'm sorry to disappoint you all, but I did make those credit card payments, but I have to confess that my credit card for Wells Fargo increased a bit. It was the last days of the month of December. We found this really good deal on this car. It's like an electric car for my son, and I decided to put that on the credit card, and then I don't know, a couple more things here and there which I am guilty of. I'll share that with you all in a bit on how much it is, how much I owe now. I guess I made some good decisions, but then I also made some bad ones. So before I shared my overall debt, I wanted to share with you all what I already paid off. How did I do it to pay these off? Well, I am working. It's like a second income. My husband's been the breadwinner all these years, so he pays all of priority bills and all of the bills to keep up our home. And then this second income that I am getting, I'm focusing on paying our debt. I hope I didn't make that too confusing for you all. So, good news, that one's paid, that one's paid, that one's paid. I'm going to fill this out and I'll get back with you in a bit. This is in how much debt we are in for the year 2023, for the beginning of the year. It's a total of $22,981.75. And then the minimum payment is $714.92. That's when I think about, like, what else could I be doing with $700 a month? I could be saving this money. I could be putting it possibly into a retirement fund, saving for emergency. There's a lot of things that I could be doing with this money if I didn't have this debt. I know that to me, this is a lot of debt that I am still in. I was able to pay some debt, possibly around 11,000, a little over 10,000 in 1 year, which that is a lot. I always pray that I'm able to pay it off this year. And I'm going to keep my hopes up, and I'm going to just keep up the work, and hopefully I can try it. Hopefully we can make that possible. So as of right now, I have my first debt is Wells Fargo, $4,263.73, interest rate at 13.24. The minimum, it went up. Whenever you owe more, the minimum payment goes up, and they do charge a little bit of a higher interest. It's not paid off. Second is my car loan. It's $15,321.97. Interest rate 2.94. $450 is our minimum payment. It's the minimum payment. It's actually like it's under the $450, but we always pay a little bit more. That way it can go to the principal, and it's not paid off yet. I'm giving you the same exact amount as I did for the last debt confession of the year in December. Since we haven't paid it, we need to go pay it tomorrow because I think it's due tomorrow. Oh no, my husband's gonna be upset. He's like, because he likes to pay it off a couple days before, and it's my fault because today is a holiday and we were supposed to get it paid off and get that paid, and we didn't. Since I am managing the budget, I'm the one that's supposed to be telling him, and that's why we decided to pay off our Lowe's, because I forgot to pay it like twice, just because I'm working a lot and I just forget, which I could tell my husband to go pay it, and I was telling him a couple of times to go and make those payments, but since I'm the one that's budgeting or managing the budget, I'm the one that's supposed to tell him to go pay it, and I forget since I'm working a lot. So that's why we made that decision to pay off the Lowe's credit card. The third debt is the car loan, and then that one is $3,000. The interest rate $324. The minimum is also $120, and I think it's like $108 or something like that. But I always like to budget and pay off $120. Then the medical, it's almost going to be paid off, but we still have like 9 months left. $393.44, and the minimum payment is $60.92. And I know that could easily be paid off, but there's no interest rate on that, so there's no hurry to get that one paid off. I mean, I guess we could apply the snowball debt method and then get the $60 and start paying the rest of the loans. Add it to the rest of the minimum. Add it to another minimum payment to get possibly the car loan paid off. But again, we're in no hurry to pay that one off because I feel that if we have the extra $60, we're going to spend it in some, we're going to end up spending it we're going to end up spending it somewhere else. So let's just leave it as is. And for the rest of the debts, I'm going to focus on paying those off with the second job or the second income that is coming into the household, which is my full-time job. So that's what our overall debt looks like. I'm always embarrassed to share this video with you all, and especially since I'm on a journey to being debt free, and I'm always encouraging you all or giving you advice on how to save money, how you can try and get out of debt. I mean, how I'm trying to get out of debt, right? Trying to sell things that you have around the house, trying to make more money. There's different ways to do it. I have a little Etsy shop. I'm selling a couple things there. I'm selling things on OfferUp. I'm selling things that I have around the house on Mercari. So I'm always like, you can do it. You can do it. Get a second job. Do overtime to get more money and to make bigger payments on your debt. And then what do? I increase my credit card debt. I'm sorry if I let you down. My debt did go down, but I'm trying to help you all out. I'm trying to help you all out also so you can start saving and paying off your debt. And I feel as if we are on this journey together, and I feel like I let you down. So I'm sorry for that. I'm just gonna try my best because that is like our little emergency, and I know it should not be considered an emergency. I'm trying to save money that in an envelope that we don't have to use our credit card. But sometimes it's difficult. It's difficult when the income is low, and then the second income I'm trying to pay off the debt. And that's where I get a little bit stressed. I'm like, I'm working and then making this money, and I'm just focusing on paying off debt. I'm not spending money on myself. But you know what? I got us into this debt, and I have to get us out. I mean, we're working as a team here, my husband and I. He's paying all the bills, and I'm trying to pay off the debt. So that's the plan here. But then again, sometimes I feel like I need to give myself an allowance because I'm just working, and paying off debt as I paid off the full Lowe's credit card, which was our fridge that we bought a new fridge when our fridge broke down. So I think I will give ourselves like a small allowance, maybe $25 each check. I don't know. Let me know what you all do. This is my plan to pay off the debt, like having this extra income to pay off the debt. But then again, it feels overwhelming at times. Yeah. Well, yeah, friends, I had my moment when I was just so stressed last week. I told my husband, what if I didn't work? How were we going to pay off this debt? But you know what? Thank God I am working. Thank you, Jesus, that I was offered this job and I'm there. And I want to try and do my best. Finish this school year positive. Keep on going. Okay, this other form that I'm going to fill out, this is the way I did it. Let me just zoom you out a little bit. Filled it out this way. I just put random amounts here until we get to our goal, which is $24,922.38, which this is how much debt we are in the beginning of the year. But then I also paid off a little bit. I also paid off, let me write down that number. I can't even say I paid $2,000 for the fridge and like almost $3,000 here. I can't even say that because I added more to the Wells Fargo credit card. So as of right now, this is what it looks like. We paid off $1,940.63. So I'm going to color in $1,940.63. It feels so good to color. It feels so good to color this in. I feel like it's relaxing, it's calming, and it feels like I've made an achievement, even though it's not a lot. And I know that once I pay just a little bit more, it will be just a little bit of filling in. It still feels like a long ways to go, but hopefully, prayers, we get there soon.